I'm Hugh Spitzer, and I'm a law professor at the University of Washington. So in contrast with some other states, Washington prohibits recalls against public officials for political purposes or for policy choices that some people just don't like, or for managerial mistakes. Our state law allows recalls of virtually any public officer, but only if that elected official engages in substantial wrongful conduct that affects or interferes with the performance of public duty. The recall statute says that the petitioners have to file a detailed description of wrongful conduct or wrongful acts, and they have to have some facts to back them up. And so recall petitions are routinely thrown out in Washington by our courts because they just have nebulous complaints about a public official, or they complain about policy or management choices. It started with a petition from electors, that is, registered voters. And the percentage of voters that have to sign a petition varies depending on whether it's at the state level or the local level, or it's determined by, for example, a city charter. Not really. The elected public officials, all of them, according to the state constitution, are subject to recall. So that depends on whether or not there's litigation. When people file a petition, or the form of a petition that they want to go out and get signatures on, it's often challenged by the public official involved. And so that'll go to Superior Court pretty quickly to determine whether it's appropriate under the statute. But then it might get appealed, and it might be appealed to the Court of Appeals, it might be appealed further to the state Supreme Court, and this can happen and go on for a year. So obviously, if there's just policy differences, you got to wait until the term ends, and then you can oppose that person at the next election. But if you have an official who's actually broken the law, committed so-called misfeasance or malfeasance, there might be some good reasons to get that person out of the job right away. So we see recall petitions filed against mayors more than anything else, particularly in small towns where there tend to be sometimes factions. People are grumpy with each other in the community, and they'll go after, one group will go after the mayor, whoever he or she is.